So I get a call from my daughter the other day, and I hadn't actually talked to her for a few weeks. She's been real busy. She flew to Arizona to see her mother, and then she goes up to Denali every year, and she puts on this Broadway show that's it's a Broadway thing. She plays guitar, sing the show tunes, and has some friends of hers come along and play and sing along. And it's always funny to me because I've never been up there, but I see that place as kind of a rugged, you know, moose hunters and stuff like that. But anyway, she does it, and her little Broadway and Denali is getting bigger every year. So who knows? So now she's in New York City, and she's going to a it's like a seminar school thing for directors. Um, it's a five, it's a 2 or 3 week course, I guess. I don't know, some kind of thing. Anyway, the school that she works for up in Rhode Island is paying for it because she's the musical director up there. So she's working it. I mean, she's got it. She's got it made. And so we're talking, just kind of catching up, and we flipped over to the writer's strike. We got that far, and then it got into then she was saying that was that Netflix and stuff was the cause of this and that, and I'm like, well, I'm sure that they're a contributing factor, but then I got into the structure of the studio system and how unions have tried to fight for what's right there and for years and years and years, and the same fat cats get rich and rich. So I went into my spiel that I got that I've had since I was way younger than her. She's in her well early 30s. I was probably graduated from high school by the time I was starting thinking about that. So anyway, she starts kind of crying, you know, like, Dad, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, because I'm thinking, oh my God, there's something she hasn't told me that's really dramatic. And then she goes, do you ever find happiness? And I'm like, it just kind of blew my mind. God, you're making me think way too hard. Do I ever find happiness? I've been happy many times in my life. I've been sad a lot, too, especially these last decade or so with all the politics I hate going on, and my mother and dad dying, and my brother dying, and then everybody, my aunts and uncles dying, and nephew dying. Terrible. So anyway, but I still crack jokes and goof around. I don't know. Doesn't necessarily mean you're happy. It just means you're foolish, which I am. But I think actually beneath my, and I suppose I can get if I just relax my face and that's just relaxed. It looks like I'm about ready to jump somebody and take a bite out of their neck, but I really feel okay inside. I'm so I started telling her, I'm going, no, kid, I can't unknow the things that I know. So it's not about, these things don't really make me personally unhappy. They make me disappointed in certain segments of humanity. They make me want to fight even harder to, make our democracy work, because anybody who's really grown up in the United States understands that we have the ongoing major democratic experiment. Yes, we have let it get out of control, and and here I go. I go on my tangents. I get into talking about you know, the greedy people that um, have always sought to completely control this country, and now they're resorting to the fascistic playbook, even though it's never really worked for any length of time. But during the time that it's worked, the people that are running it make bazillions of money. I mean, they can clean a country out, and then, all right, so you see what I mean? You get me started and I start talking about stuff like that. So my daughter was concerned that I'm not a happy person, which made me stop and think, am I a happy person? I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy. There's times when I'm happy and there's times when I'm not. Just like everybody else. There's times when, you know, driving somewhere, the drivers around me are pissing me off, and there's times the drivers around me, don't care. Wish I could be like that all the time, but sometimes you don't. You have to be mindful every single minute, and I'm not capable of that. I'm not. I'm too old, and I'm kind of trying to search out my way down the path to the spirit world. It's where I'm at. I'm to that age where I spend a lot of time thinking about, the end for me, because it's, even though it might be 10, 15, 20 years, maybe more, if I keep taking care of myself the way I am now. I don't know, I've done a lot of damage in the past, so I don't know. There's parts of me that I don't know if they can fix. Maybe. So anyway, to my daughter, I say, yeah, I'm happy. I go in my garden, I'm happy. I'm happy when I think about a lot of stuff that I've done in my life. I'm happy. The places that I've seen. The really, really cool musicians that I got to play with. Some not so cool, but I mean, for the most part. Even the rednecky guys with their, that turned into Trump supporters in their old age. I could still probably go hang out with them. I would give them shit about it. But, anyway, that's all I want to say is happiness. How do you measure that, really? Times when I'm happy and times when I'm not. Anyway, I bid everybody a good night, and buenos noches, me amigos, and I'll talk to you later.